Okay, starting off, we've got a rank up ready to go. I need to bring up this later. There. Archon, might I ask a favor of you? You recently acquired a suit of armor. It was heavily worn and thus required repairs. I've entrusted a smith in Kugane with its restoration. It would go alone to retrieve it, but I worry about the voyage. Twice now the Red Kojin have interfered in our plans. I fear they will strike again. If they do, he needs your help. His condition is yet to improve, but we can discuss that later. Come, let us make for Kugane. Oh, right, the little turtle doll's malfunctioning. Ah, this is taking us back to Kugane. I think I have a... Is it this one? Yeah, this one has to be done in Kugane. No, they're both down on Pier 1. How useful. Mr. Shade, you returned. Brings you back so soon. I've got some letter. I forget what this is even about. Oh. Oh, this is the guys who like pretended to be with the exchange or something. This is a deal I can hardly say no to. Tell Master Tsukikage we will fully agree to the conditions outlined in this letter, assuming he is willing. I would also like to ask him to obtain certain terms for us besides as listed here. We would, of course, compensate him accordingly. There are a plethora of luxury goods that can only be obtained in the Ruby Sea. Since the Imperials have begun placing their embargoes, a lot of these things have become difficult to acquire. Here, we've prepared a contract for Master Tsukikage to return and sign. Please, see that it makes it to him. As always, it was a pleasure doing business with you. Okay. We are arranging a business contract, yada yada yada. Okay. Good, you're here. It would seem the Forge has entrusted Shihomi with my armor. A curious twist of fate, no? Oh, come. What a pleasant surprise. So good to see you again. And a pleasure to see you again as well. Word it talked. Oh, of course. We have not been properly introduced. I am Tsukumo, a kami called forth from the treasure vault in Tamamizu. Read everything I could about the Kojin and their beliefs since we parted ways. The text spoke of kami that inhabit the treasures in their keep, but I never imagined them to be real. Well, as you can see, there are more than mere stories. But that is not why we are here. We've come to inquire about the armor we entrusted to you for repairs. Yes, of course. As a fledgling craftsman, I pour my heart into all my work, and this armor is no exception. But I've already delivered it to Hell's Lid. It's instructed in your letter. Letter? This ain't no letter. This must be the work of the Red Kojin. Oh, is there anything we can do? No need to fear. We need only stop them before they... Here, he seems to have stopped. Must retrieve armor. Tsukumo always behaves so strangely. For the past few moons, do you think you can fix him? I'd rather he stay with you when Archon and I face the Red Kojin. Ungrateful. To face them is to face death. You would only slow us down. Arrogant, thick-shelled. Please calm yourself, Tsukumo. Kabuto means only to keep you from harm. By the time he returns, I promise you'll be good as new. Come, Archon. We must hurry to Hell's Lid and intercept the delivery before it reaches the Red. That is... wait, not that one. This one. Hell's lid is there. I mean... Tamamiza is the quickest way there. Kabuto can talk. Kabuto just says its name in various intonations. We could hand in that quest while we're here. Begs the question, are they named Kabuto because they say Kabuto? Or do they say Kabuto because they're named Kabuto? Then why, when they evolve, do they change what they say? Knock-on. I'm glad to see you returned. How did the meeting with Mistress Kikimo go? According to this contract, she's agreed to all of our terms regarding the loot and has even offered us an opportunity to earn extra coin. This, my friend, is what I call a job well done. Now, let us see. Besides, she would have us procure the shell of a decade-old turtle, teardrop pearls, and soaring shark fins. All these are expensive commodities that cannot be obtained in Kugane, or anywhere outside of the Ruby Sea for that matter. Mistress Kikimo certainly knows how to play her cards. Chief, I'll go and get them for you. Very generous offer, Honsaku, but sending you to search for everything alone would take far too much time. Let us divide the work. You can retrieve the soaring shark fins, I will find the turtle shell, and Suzume, you secure the teardrop pearls. Understood. I shall make for Shoal Rock right away. There he goes again. He ran off without even bothering to confirm how many fins he would have to bring back. The man is completely incompetent. There's no need to be so hard on him, Suzume. Well, perhaps a touch overzealous, he is simply looking to prove his worth to us. It's only natural, seeing as he narrowly escaped death at the hands of his former shipmates. Each and every one of us here comes from a similarly difficult past. I do not see why we would treat him any different. To be honest, if I could just get away with repeating the same thing over and over and people would leave me alone, I can understand you, I just don't feel like talking to you, and honestly I don't have to, so... That's a mood. Archon. Archon, Archon. Archon, Archon, Archon. Interesting notion has just struck me. Mayhap the reason our dear Honsaku is so enthusiastic in procuring items is because he is attempting to avoid something. Or rather, someone. That the fake merchants were members of his former crew. Indeed, he has been rather skittish of late, and it would explain why he did not escort Archon to us when they first met. Coming to face with your former crew under the best of circumstances can be trying. When you hold a blade to their throat and force them to pay the tithe, well, then you become a marked man for life. So, Honsaku was once shipmates for those lowlifes? Suzume, what's wrong? You're starting to turn pale. Nothing. Nothing is wrong, sir. I'm simply disgusted that one of our very own, however insignificant to our organization they might be, has had dealings with such vulgar men. I must be going now for him to gather our teardrop pearls. Wonder what's gotten into Suzume. Whatever Honsaku's past, he is a Confederate now. Besides, we tied stones around his ex-crewmates' necks and threw them into the sea. See no reason for her to be so upset. I suppose that is a mystery best solved later. Archon, please do me a favor and go check on Honsaku for me, will you? The boy's not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer, and has a tendency to land himself in trouble. Off to babysit an idiot. Are you? Honestly, most of my time is getting in trouble, alternating between assuming that everyone knows nothing and assuming that everyone knows what I know. It's really easy to get a little arrogant when you start going into the I am smarter than everyone line. Everyone has their areas of expertise. Some of those areas are useless, but they still exist. Like the comment you came when you did. I was about to be fish food. So the chief saves me from certain death yet again. Somehow I always manage to bungle up every job I'm given. What a complete and utter fool I am. Well, I suppose all that matters in the end is that we obtain the fins. I shall return to the headquarters and inform the others. I'll meet you back there. Is that this? Is that everything on that stage? Because I'd like to do the Kojin quests, please. But I figured when you sent me to Kugage, it might make sense to do the quest I have in Kugane. Gane. Stone. Glad you made it back. Saku told us everything. Thank you, Hakon. Seems my fears were warranted. Yeah, got you these. Fins. They're all in near perfect condition. They will no doubt surpass even Mistress Kikimo's high expectations. Now we have everything, let us deliver the goods to our client without any further ado. We shall prepare one of our ships and begin stocking it then. Very good, Suzume. You done? She tries hard to hide it. Suzume is far less cheerful than usual. Is she alright, I wonder? She's probably just exhausted from a search for pearls. Chief, if members of the Confederacy are barred from entering the port city, how exactly are we supposed to meet with our client? Middle location? Oh, hey, look, there's another quest. It is true that we are banned from setting foot in Kugane. There's no such law prohibiting Mistress Kikimo from coming to us. Therefore, we shall be meeting with her at Sakazuki. Saku, I would like for you to accompany Suzume and assist her in transporting our goods there. You are then to unload them and bring them to our rendezvous point. Understood. You got it, Chief. Hakon, this will be my first time meeting Mistress Kikimo, and I would like to have you accompany me. I should be counting on you to introduce us. Yeah, I'll get on that eventually. Or as I spent part of my morning trimming and cooking several chicken breasts for my meals for the week. Cooking is a skill like any other. You get experience by doing it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. I mean, each of these are a skill. By being them, by acting them, you get better at them. Being a cook, no different. This is just quantified. Yeah, smoking really messes up your taste buds. No, thank you. Want to hit the buttons? Thank you. You okay there, buddy? Thank the gods you came when you did. Those red-shelled bastards nearly made off with this here package. I'm afraid this delivery was a trap of their creation. This armor is mine, you see, and I made no request to have it delivered. Only to have it repaired by the armorer in Kugane. Hello, Toph. But as it is here, and repairs are complete, I would be more than happy to relieve you of your duty. Kidding. Well, if it means I don't have to lug this crate back, by all means. I wouldn't stay around here long, though. Those red Kojin could show up again at any moment. Blessing we have spoiled their plans. The courier was unharmed. Still, I find it strange the red Kojin knew of this armor. Incompetent, the lot of them. Suppose I'll have to handle this myself. Oh well, if it isn't the cowardly Kojin from Yansha. If you come to beg, then... Cannot have this armor, Hiromaki. It belongs to the blue. Why would I concern myself with that pile of scrap when you've already given us so much? Nope. Feeding you here and taking it would have been simple enough. You never dreamed you would leave it in Kugane for us. Yes, truly a gift of the divine. Of course, Tsukumo. But how? If you would have the doll return, the blue Kojin will serve. Your obedience may even grant you access to the vault. Have us to base ourselves for you? Barter with blood and blade as you do? Never. I suppose you mean to take this back with a fair trade? Words will buy naught but a quick death. Pineapple, the food that eats your back. No, really, there's an enzyme in pineapple that breaks down proteins. That's why you can't use pineapple in long-term marinades. It just turns the meat to mush. Be waiting for you on the Isle of Zeki. Come to serve, or die. Choice is yours. But often deal in lies and deception. No face was likely empty. But if what they say is true, Shihome may have come to harm. Did you go and check on her? I'll deliver this armor home, then see to the truth of Hiromaki's threats. even tough cuts of meat, you need to be careful with it. Pineapple can be useful in short marinades, so like, as long as you don't marinate for more than like an hour, can be okay. If only you'd returned sooner. It's true, they have Tsukumo. Afraid so. They came not long after you left. There was nothing I could do. Indeed. Try. Figure out where it went wrong. Make adjustments. Repeat. How much it meant to Kabuto, and yet I failed him when he needed me most. All that matters is you're safe. What's more, we recovered the armor. There are so many different ways to try coconut. Kabuto. Sorry to have caused you so much worry. Were you able to save Tsukumo? Fortunately, no. Hiromaki's forces overwhelmed me as he made his escape. But we know where they're keeping him. I promise you, we will get him back. Stand against them. I will furnish you with any arms and armor you require. It's the least I can do. Honored, as one of my brothers, if you would have the Blue Kojin as patrons henceforth. Yes, of course. I was able to repair poor Tsukumo. When he is safely returned, I promise to do all I can to fix him. I mean, there's coconut water, coconut milk, coconut cream, dried coconut, toasted coconut, coconut flakes, which basically taste like nothing and just have a really weird texture. Like, coconut's got a lot of different variations. And they all taste subtly different. Plus, if you cut them in half and bang the two halves together, you can pretend you're riding a horse. Archon, meet me in Tamamizu. I'll discuss strategy with you. Can I get... Okay, I didn't take too long for that. Back in Tamamizu, you're in Sakazuki. Just don't ask how the sparrows... Swallows. Don't ask how the swallows got the coconuts there. I told Chihomi what she needed to hear, but I know you understand the hardships before us. My people know little of the ways of war, and our numbers are few. Failure is assured if we face the red head on. Just have to try. Plus, I got this, bruh. Easier said than done, my friend. Kabuto. From the others. How could you let them take Tsukumo away from you? Elder, we were just planning a strategy to rescue him. Thought it best if Archon and I sneak in and say nothing to the rest of the Divine Circle? To those who took you for guidance? I mean, yeah, he's got the horns now. He's Kabutops. Now is not the time for false bravado. If you would go to the Isle of Zeki and face the red, you will not do so alone. You must speak with the Divine Circle. No, with all of the blue. Sound a call to arms and lead them into battle. He has spoken. No, we do not want to skip cutscenes. That's not the button I hit. If that is the Elder's wish, then I fear I have no other choice. Though to be fair, the best part of that entire movie remains the opening credits. Three out of 4 spots have been filled. Forged in Kugai has accepted the Miqo'te as patrons and has repaired the armor that now rests in the treasure vault. We are honored with the Kojin, new quests available, blah 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 blah, same things. More wares from Shikitahe. What's new with you now? Wind up Kojin we already have. Orchestrion roll. Stuffy. That's expanded, but I'm not sure.